Speed has been bullied severely ever since the IShowmeat situation. In fact, I don't even know if I should be calling it IShowmeat because he's asking people not to show it or call it that. I have no idea if this is real. I have no idea if this is fake. The way that he like goes into these big, arguments with the people who are making fun of him, or the way he's like breaking like a mental breakdown. I have no idea if these are real or fake because Speed has always fed off negativity, which I'm not
Right.
saying he's a negative creator. I'm just saying he knows how the internet works, and he knows that the more like negative or
Provocative.
controversial you are,
Right.
provocative, the more viral you'll get.
Yeah,
So
that's how he first blew up, right? When he was like going crazy on while playing games, he'd be going towards the camera and stuff, right? Going crazy. So
yeah,
the thing with Speed, he's going through this traumatic event, I guess, in his life. This is probably the biggest event that's happened to him, bro. Like the worst thing that's happened to him. And another thing that happened to him recently was that cluster headache thing, right?
yeah,
And I think this is all as a result of him living his life too fast. Going, he's flying to Japan, he's flying to Qatar to the World Cup, he's flying, and then meanwhile he's doing streams daily, bro. So like, even like, it's really easy to just forget to just relax and to live your normal life like us. Like when we work at 9 to 5, he needs to get his schedule straight. He needs to live life the way, you know, you need to have a circadian rhythm. Your life needs it. Your brain needs it. There's a reason you crave that every day. Wake up at 9, brush your teeth, take a shower. But he don't have that right now, and that's why his life is going like this, man. It's creating a problem for himself, and I think he needs to become more organized. He needs people around him. People around him need to improve themselves. Think of this man as not as just like a short term investment. This guy's gonna have a, probably a 20, 30 year career, bro. So
yeah. Do you think the iShow? Well, okay, so before I get to that, I saw a TikTok where he says that he almost jumped off a building in Japan because of his cluster headache.
Like, I almost fucking died, bro. I was this close to jumping off a Japanese building, bro. And I'm not
Based off that, do you think that he has a unalive himself tendency, or do you think that that's also part of his character?
I think he might have. So a lot of these people, I think he's very impulsive, and he can be very irrational. Like, so that the whole I Show Meat scandal, like, it's an impulsive decision to just start dancing how he was, and I mean, it led to what happened. His penis coming out, whatever. So I think he's shown that
Whatever.
throughout his whole. Yeah,
His
whatever.
penis or
So
whatever came out.
I mean, I don't know, bro. YouTube said no, right? They no strike, nothing, whatever. What's it called? So I think he's lived a life like this in general, and that's people who have gravitated towards it. He's probably in, like, I could picture him in middle school or high school, like, just being the kid who, like, does funny stuff and everyone just laughs at it.
Hmm.
And I think that's how he lives his life, and I think that's why he did that with the on YouTube stream, and then I think, like you said, he wanted to unalive himself just because of the headache. I mean, he probably meant it like a metaphor or like hyperbole, but he probably
Hmm.
also wanted to look. He's like, the pain was so much that he wanted to just end it. So I think, like I said, I think he needs help. I think he needs to slow down, and maybe a psychologist, bro. Maybe, just like weekly or something. Someone that can, you know
Hmm.
analyze him mentally, and help him calm down a bit. I think that's what he needs.
Okay. Well, now that you're speaking about mental health, you know about
That's your lane,
etika.
bro. Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, I did study psychology. But do you know about etika and his tragic death and everything that happened around it?
Right. Yeah, that was back in 2019, right around then, when
Yeah.
streaming was
So
kind of big, blowing up. Yeah.
so when Etika was a YouTuber who would stream and he would do Smash Bros. He would do Smash Bros. Gaming and he would rage, but he would rage about like just random thing. And if watching his videos, you can tell that Speed. I don't know if he was a fan of Etika, but there's a lot of similarities in the mannerisms, in the way they interact with their chat, in the way they interact with the stream, in the way
Right.
that they get the entertainment value out of the creator. But one thing about Etika is he was much older. In fact, he was older than us. I think he was. I think right now
Wow.
he would be like 34 right now. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
he was
So
he
yeah.
was already like in 29, like in 2019 or 30 or something. But he did have these strong anger issues. There's a famous clip where someone puts on Etika's chat that do not give him money because he's only using the chat for money, and Etika goes crazy. he
Right.
goes he's with his friend, and he goes so crazy that his friend like freaks out because he gets like a bottle, and he smashes, and he like breaks, basically like he smashes, and I think he like
Whoa.
breaks
Yeah.
breaks the microphone, and
Damn.
and then so that clip they get now, and they put it next to the IShowSpeed going crazy
Right.
about the Ishowmeat situation.
A lot of
and
similarities.
and the similarities is saying like the way that Speed gets angry is the same way that Etika got angry, and like the chat is really getting into their head. So what ended up happening with Etika is he had like some type of bipolar or some type of schizophrenia where he would go crazy on Twitter and Reddit and say crazy things like I am God, I am the Antichrist, Christianity is dead, God is dead, we can all fly, like we got to eat healthy, we got to eat salads, and we'll be able to like evolve. Like he had like this crazy fantasy in his head.
Right.
Keep in mind this guy's almost 30, and he's very into anime, very into video games. So he
Right.
would relate everything in terms of like anime. He would like tell these stories in his streams, but he would 100% believe it. And the stream started going viral of him losing his mind. People are like, this is not what we usually see in terms of
Right.
like a video game streamer.
They
And
saw a difference.
they saw a difference. They definitely did tell that he was going through some mental issues. Eventually Keemstar got to report on it on his show, Drama Alert. And what
Right.
happened was Etika and Keemstar actually got in touch, and he did a phone call on his show. And there's a famous clip where Keemstar tells Etika something along the lines, if there's nothing worth living, then why live at all?
Oh.
So it's very strong. People did blame Keemstar for the death of Etika. It was a huge thing. He got a lot of enemies because of that. I think H3 podcast, Ethan Klein also did a couple episodes on it when it happened. Eventually what happened with Etika is he lived in New York, and his neighbors and I think people on the stream and his neighbors called the SWAT team to go get him out of his apartment because he was going insane, and he was talking about he had guns and everything. Eventually
Right.
they get him out of his apartment, and they put him in a psych ward for like over the weekend. But when he gets out, he does a infamous video where it's a very crazy video to watch, because he's saying, I'm sorry I let everyone down. I'm sorry I canceled all my friends. I blocked everyone who ever cared about me. I used all of you, like, because part of it was they were saying that he was going through a mental breakdown, but when he
Right.
was out of it, he would say that he's playing the internet, that he's not really having a mental breakdown when he really was. I don't know if
Gotcha.
that's
Yeah.
part of the schizophrenia where he doesn't know what actually was him in the character and what was his reality. But he
Right.
felt so guilty that he believed all the negative comments, and he has a video where he's walking the streets of New York right before he unalives himself, and he says things like it's sad, I had a beautiful life, I'll never get to watch the ending of Attack on Titan, that last episode was crazy, I'll never get to see these kids grow up, and then he was
Wow.
missing for like 2 days, and the police found him. He had jumped out of the what is it, that bridge in New York, the Brooklyn Bridge, which is exactly the same thing that
Speed talked about.
Keemstar told.
Oh.
Yes, the jumping
That
off.
too.
Yeah, jumping off the building. Keemstar actually said, "Why don't you just jump off like a bridge or something?" When he was telling him like, "What's the point of living?" Now history repeats itself, and there is a clip of Neon telling Speed to unalive himself when the Ishowmeat situation happened, which is crazy because Neon has no filter, and I don't know about Neon, dude. Like, he's a guy who he's obviously a copy of Aiden Ross. He's obviously in that environment of like being rude to people and like just being like an immature kid, but rolling in money and in internet clout, and all his friends and all his chat is probably negative. But to the point where you actually tell Speed to unalive himself or being disrespectful to people, I don't know. I think it's too much, and I think there's some karma coming for someone like that. But in terms of
find you, yeah. Yep.
I think because I don't believe that Neon actually like got jumped. I think it's all fake. I think he planned it. He obviously clout. It's a hell of a drug, and you can tell people in your neighborhood or on Instagram, hey, like jump me, like fake it. I think
you think it's to get some sympathy, right? To change the audience view of him.
To change the audience view. I mean, Neon did actually. He pretended to to be dead for a while. He kind of blew up because of that. And I know there's I recently saw a clip of Fuzi on the live stream. He had Sneeko, he had Neon, and he had Aiden. And Sneeko was pointing out that Neon faked his jump. You know how like Sneeko like just says whatever he's thinking.
Yeah.
And recently today, Fuzi slapped him and kicked him out of his house. Like there was a clip of Fuzi slapping Neon
Okay.
and kicking him on kick and kicking him out of his house. The
Kicked him
clip
out
is
on
on
kick.
YouTube, but like,
Yeah.
do you so based on all that? Do you think history repeats itself? And do you think Speed is a character who learned from famous streamers like Etika and does things to make people talk about him, like we're doing right now? Or do you think he's actually going through some mental issues and he needs our thoughts and prayers? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think Speed's, to a much he has a massive audience behind him, and I think he knows how much support he has, and I don't think he will do that. But I do think he is going through some kind of like rough patch. It's important for his, like I said, the people that he needs to look out for, people on his team, man. Whoever's managing him, his family, they're the ones that are, because like the people that you have around you are gonna, are gonna lay out what's best for you and what problems can arise. Like for example, this YouTube situation. I mean, if you have a good management team behind you, they would have already prepared for this or had some kind of scenario where how to resolve this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to be honest, he went on stream the next day, right? Like it wasn't really like a. I feel like a management team would have.
I think he took a day off. I think.
Right, but like, I don't know. I feel like a good management team would have come out, maybe got on Twitter, released a statement, about apologizing for the incident, talking about how it was a misunderstanding. He, whatever, and then everything would kind of settle down. But I think, everyone's wondering what's gonna happen because Speed just came on and he was kind of like breaking character a lot on stream, right? Because he's like, you don't know what I'm going through, right? Like, you don't know what I'm going through, right? So like, it's obviously a situation that's not getting handled, and it's probably like really cumbersome to go through. So I think it's important, like you said, to support him. If you're in his chat, stop. I think a lot of the chats troll, man, and I think it gets him sometimes. Like how they always give you the counter argument in the chat. Let's say you're like talking to someone, or like they're gonna go with them instead of taking your side sometimes.
Yeah,
So.
I mean the thing about chat is, you see someone like a streamer like Speed, and you probably will never ever meet him. Maybe we will, because we are gonna meet him. What the fuck was I saying? We're gonna meet Speed one day, and we're gonna be chilling with him, and he's gonna show us his IShowmeat. But
no, I don't want to say that, bro.
Wait, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be saying that. I'm supposed to be supporting him. But the thing with the chat is, you have a streamer who you see, and you can easily pay like $3, maybe, I don't know, whatever the price is for that moment. You can pay something for him to read or for him to listen to.
Say your name. Yeah.
Yes. So there is a point where it's a high, like you put in the money and he says it, you feel like a gratification that, oh, this guy who I watch who's famous responded to something that I wrote. I am recognized in a way. So, but there's a level above that where it's, let me say something negative to get a reaction to him. And once he gets a reaction, I'm going to feel so satisfied that I did that, especially if what I said becomes a viral clip on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, and people react to it. Of my negative comment, I'm going to feel so good that I said it. And at the end of the day, I'm just a text-to-speech like commenter. So it's like no one can come back at me if this is negative.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I think that Speed does, and other streamers who are very successful, is they understand that dynamic, that when there's someone who's a hater and doesn't get your reaction, the clips go viral. So someone like Speed, like I'm pretty sure he like exaggerates his reactions and his anger to the point where the clips go viral, and then it feeds to more negative people who want to comment something negative to get another reaction out of Speed, and it's an endless cycle. I do think that Speed eventually gets so like exhausted, just like anyone else gets exhausted in their job.
Right? It must be draining. Yeah,
having to like be angry, having these negative. I'm sure he's gonna get comments that he's like, "Yo, like even though I pretend to be angry, that comment was way too far, and I'm actually angry." And it's like a comedian, like some comedians who are so funny that even when they're not trying to be funny, and when they're trying to be serious, people laugh, and then it's to the point where it's like, I hate that I can't communicate straight with anyone because they all think I'm funny. It's probably the
Right.
same thing with Speed. He's so angry that no matter how angry he can get, people are always going to be like, "Oh, it's a clip. It's Speed." So we can see that in the clips of the people saying that that they like seeing Ishowmeats and that like they were amazed with his size and how the girth of it and all that. I think that's what it feeds into, and I think Speed is a smart guy, so I think he's playing character. I think I don't. It's really hard for me to tell when he breaks character and when he's pretending to break character to do that.
Right.
It's just a very interesting topic.
I mean, he started very young, so maybe he became the character already. Like he doesn't
that
know how to switch it. Doesn't know when to switch it off and when to switch it on.
that's true. That's another thing. It's like when you grow up as a character on the internet, that eventually does become part of your personality, and to the point where you might not even know like what reality or what truth is. You might just think everything is the internet and everything is views and everything you do,
You might
especially
think
when you spend so
the
much
chats with you every day, yeah, everywhere
the
you
chats
go.
with you every day. And it makes me think of Logan Paul when he was doing his daily vlogs, because his vlogs were they did tell a story. It was good editing. They were done daily, and there was a lot of entertaining moments. But he wanted to grow. He has a massive ambition, an ambition to be a billionaire. And when he was doing this in his early days, when he was vlogging, eventually, he did the Japan incident, the forest incident. And a personal note, I used to watch this because this is when we were like, I guess, sophomore, junior year of college. And I used to watch this like every day. I'll watch the Jake video and I'll watch the Logan video. And this was during Christmas. So we were like having finals in college. And then we got in the Christmas break. And then I just didn't care about Logan. I was like, there's a point where, you watch someone every day. You're with your family. You don't care to watch a YouTuber, especially when they do a lot of clickbait. So when I saw that he put I whatever the title of the video was, like I found a body or whatever, we went to the forest of Japan. I saw the thumbnail, I saw the title, and I said, this is fake. There's no way no one in their right mind is gonna
Clickbait.
go
I
to
thought
it's
it's
gonna
clickbait.
yeah, it's clickbait.
Yeah.
Logan does it a lot, Jake does it. Like it was like someone got a mannequin, or one of, I don't know, maybe it was George Janko or Jeff or someone pretended to be like the dead body. But no, then they blew up on the internet, and I was like, wait, this is real. So I clicked on it, and I guess I was like stuck in watching Logan, and I was used to his comedy and his vlogs. I didn't find it so offensive, but then like
Damn.
watching, I mean, I found it like, whoa, like he's really recording it, but I didn't like, I found like a shock value, like, damn, he recorded a body, but I didn't know it was gonna be like super negative. I thought everyone was just gonna be okay with it. It became this huge thing. And that goes to the thing. When you're a character every day on the internet, eventually that shapes your personality to the point where you do something that can actually harm society.
Yeah, you can't blur the lines between reality and and like the video world, internet, whatever. So yeah, I think he has to be careful with that. He has to, like I said, live a more routine life. Plan out his streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. every traveling to Hawaii, whatever he's not right now, right? But whatever he's gonna do, he has to like plan it out. I know like celebrities and most of them have it mapped out to the end of the year, bro. Like he's got to get to that level, and I think that's the only way his path and his YouTube career will continue to grow. That's the only way I think it can.
Yeah, I mean, he just reached what, like 17 million? I think he's going for 18 million, or he's going for 19.
He did 17 mil while he was at the hospital.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's crazy. An insane amount of subscribers, and a lot of it comes from the hate. I want to change topic real quick and talk about the situation with Logan and Gideon. So Logan and Gideon, they're business partners. Gideon has a contract with Prime, which now that this argument happened, I'm doubting if he still has the Prime deal. I don't know if he's dropped, but I think
dropped.
I think maybe he doesn't have the partnership anymore, because I have not seen Gideon with the Prime bottle, and I've seen him speak more freely about Tommy Fury and about what's that guy, Dylan Dennis, Dylan Dangleburf. I don't know, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
But the situation is that we all know Logan is very heated right now because Dylan is making fun of his fiance on Twitter, and it's promoting the fight like ridiculously an amount
That's
that most
what
of
he wants, right? He's being provocative. He's being
That's what he wants.
Negativity, bro. Negativity. Let's go.
The negativity, if he's being prerogative, Dylan is I would say he's an annoying person.
Like
He
Connor.
sounds like he's hot right now. Where in terms of like going viral and all these interviews, but I do feel like he would be a friend who would kind of like bully you. And the fact that he's going after Logan, who by all means of the word, he's an alpha, but he can't take it because he has a lot of, what is it called, like a pride to himself, even to the point where Jake Paul has got an argument with Logan saying like, hey, like you need a dude. There's a clip of Jake Paul telling Logan he needs to take like 3 ayahuasca trips. He's like, you need to take 3 ayahuasca trips because you need to have an ego death, and then we could be brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw.
This is my idea though. I think this whole beef thing is setting up. I think the YouTube boxing thing is gonna die off soon, right? And I think what they're doing is they're being smart, and while they're having these fights, they're setting up for that final fight, bro. Jake Paul versus Logan Paul. Okay. That's gonna be the last fight. That's after that fight, that's the end of YouTube fighting, bro. End of YouTube boxing. So that's what I think. I mean, remember when that whole thing went down with the girlfriend and that she ended up with Logan or whatever?
Yeah,
that was a real beef. That was a real beef, but obviously, like, they came back from that, right? Like they fixed it. So yeah, I think this beef that they're doing, it's kind of real, whatever, and they're gonna come back from it after the fight. I think that's what's going on. They're leading up to a fight.
Yeah, they've said it before. Leading up to a fight is very possible. It has been mentioned. Everyone wants to watch that fight. 2 brothers going at it. We've seen since we watched them from the beginning that they do not hesitate to have beef with each other to the point where they would like sleep with each other's girls allegedly, or prank them so bad that they cry or something. I feel like these are very smart individuals, Logan and Jake, and as well as anyone who's on the internet and who has clout. They're smart individuals, and they know the audience is easily faked. It's like us. We make a video, it doesn't get that many views. We stage a video, it gets way more views. So then you just get to the level of like, how do we stage this and make people fall for it? So I don't know if like any of their beef in the past have been real. The illicit violence situation, I don't know if he hits up Dylan because they're in New York and he's like, hey, like my wife, she's been in a lot of photos with people. Why don't you just promote them? We'll start a whole beef. I'll fight with my brother because of the Prime or the Celsius deal, the Better versus the what's the other one? The Barstool. At the end of the day, we get to hear these brands again and again, and we get to hear more about it. That it's promotion.
It's marketing. It's marketing. It's all marketing. That's exactly what I thought about it too. Yeah.
So it could be real, could be fake. The Gideon versus Logan. It could be another.
Maybe Gideon wants to fight. Maybe Gideon wants to fight someone.
This is how Gideon gets in the fight, or maybe sometimes Logan, as him being the executive of like, he just planned something without telling Gideon, and he just chose to fight him. But the way the situation went down is today was a press conference, and to be honest, the Tommy Fury versus KSI was boring. Like that was not the entertaining part. The entertaining part was Logan Paul versus Dylan. They're going back and forth about his wife. Dylan brought the hat from the Suicide Forest, with the what is it called? The Toy Story one. And then Logan Paul brought a cake of Dylan Dannon. It was a pretty big cake, like this, like big, and it was a body of Dylan Dannon. It was a body of him being knocked down. And then Gideon was front row, and Gideon was like, how like in his videos he would like speak super loud so you can get people's attention. So he was doing that throughout the video, and he was going at what is Tommy Fury's dad's name? The main guy. He was going after him.
I don't know. John Fury? I don't know what his name is. I don't know.
Sam, we don't know boxing, do we?
Mr. Fury. Dad. Mr. Fury, whatever.
He was going through Mr. Fury. So at the end of the day, Mr. Fury got so upset that he kicked the table. He kicked the other table. Then they started going at it. But in the video, dude, you can tell that it feels staged. Like it feels like it's like, all right, when I say something about Logan's wife, then you're gonna get upset and say, this is real boxing. We do not talk about people's wives. And then you're just gonna kick the tables. And then Logan was just on top of the chair, just going like he was literally going like that, like a monkey.
Like some EDM shit or what? Oh my god.
Yeah, like some dilly just trying to hype. Yeah. So Gideon gets the cake, he eats it, and he gives it to people like on the
Gideon did that?
Yeah, he got the cake, he stole the cake, he gives it to people in the fan. Then Gideon is backstage, everyone's leaving. He sees Logan. He says, "Hey, yo, Logan," just for like, just to pop up on stream or something. Logan doesn't
Right.
want to talk to him. He's with his manager Jeff. He's with security, and Gideon's like, Gideon at the fight at the press conference was like, let's switch seats. Like, let's switch seats.
Oh, because of the fight where he had to switch seats with Logan, right?
Yeah, but he was saying like you sit down in the fan and I sit down like on the the press conference
on the podium. Yeah.
So when he sees Gideon, when he sees Logan again, like on in the back room, he says let's switch seats, and then Logan loses it, dude, and he's like you two-faced, right? You're so two-faced, you're a corny live streamer, and we saw the rest of the clip. The thing that I want to say is, Logan has no right to call anyone a corny streamer, dude. Did you not see his original vlogs, dude? They were for kids, bro.
Corny, bro. Oh man,
Logan. Like, that's corny,
the
dude.
Hair, bro. Everything's corny, bro. Everything's
corny. He made this the dab, he made that corny, dude. Like, who is Logan to talk about being corny when he's over here doing a double dab at the Olympics, bro? Like, get the hell out of here with that. Gideon does some cool stuff, dude. Gideon has a ball. Dude, think about it this way. Gideon went into the Gatorade headquarters to make him taste Prime.
And they love
Logan would not do that, dude. Who else would do that, even if the product's not yours? That makes no sense. That's so much crazy promotion for Prime. It's ridiculous, dude.
You should be thankful.
Logan, you need to humble yourself, bro.
Respect. Logan, you need to respect everyone else.
And I hate that I go after it. I hate that I make these rants because I feel like Logan is a delicate person, and I feel like if anyone speaks negative to him, he's gonna not want to hang out with them, not want to do a video with them, just completely go against him. The only way you can stay on his good side is just not saying a word and just letting the drama go by, and then show up when the drama's gone, and he'll be cool with you. I think that's how it is.
So be my Malek.
I mean, my Malek learn from his mistakes, right? Just be like my Malek,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just conclude by saying this, dude. I feel like we see Fuzi having his mental breakdowns or mental speed, Kanye West. We see everyone having these mental breakthroughs. If you want to sound positive, mental breakthroughs. Logan has not been known to have any mental problems, but who's to say that his episodes of being arrogant or being very selfish aren't his own mental breakdowns? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think they used to say he's like a kind of like a sociopath, right? Like they were saying that back in the day.
I mean, now Jake is saying it for sure. He's saying that he is a psychopath, sociopath.
I mean, because he has he's choosing to break a relationship with his brother over a brand, bro. Why can't I bring Prime bottles to your fight?
That is so crazy,
bro. You already got enough money, bro. Let's be honest. You're good on money, and you're trying to break not as a brother, a sibling relationship is one of those that you should cherish and you should appreciate. And he's nah, I'm trying to bring my Prime bottle to your fight, which is gonna piss off Celsius. It's fucked.
I mean, if you think about it, in terms of George Janko, what he would tell Logan, I'm pretty sure he would tell him something around these lines. It's
bro, they've been quiet about it, bro. No one knows what happened, right?
You can't. Whoa, if you watch George Janko, he mentions it, and he can't really talk about it. Apparently, there's a lawsuit or something.
NDA.
Yeah, an NDA. But I mean, I'll conclude with this again. I think Logan, if someone is so obsessed with an object or with a goal or with a product to the point where it becomes their identity, that they wear it everywhere and they feel offended that they can't wear it at a certain point, I feel like you're putting too much faith into a product and not enough faith in God, a higher being, which teaches you to put your family first, which teaches you to respect others, even if they're lesser than you, which teaches you to forgive people. And I think Logan has not shown that recently. And I have faith that he will, he's a smart person. I have faith that he will, eventually come to his senses and do one of his famous apologies again. So no hate towards Logan, all love.
One of the 5 apologies he's done.
One of the 5 apologies.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we've done a 30-minute podcast, improvised out of nowhere. Guys, please, if you found this entertaining, if you found this insightful, Please subscribe. Please comment down below. You know, I'm
Please.
$100,000 in debt. You know,
Please.
I'm in a job. Miguel lives with a dog
My
that
dog
poops,
shit everywhere today, and I had to clean it. That's how my afternoon went. Okay.
and
So
he
please
still
help.
streamed. And
I still streamed. I cleaned it. I showered twice.
Twice.
And the dog might have just shit again right now. I hope not. But please,
So Miguel's gonna
subscribe,
clean that up.
throw a like, comment below.
Like it or not, watch it or not, it's whatever.
It's whatever.